Yeah, I can sort of use the first minute when I'm not thinking to set up my stuff instead of talking through it. So I learned something from Marilyn this morning when I was watching her stream. Communicate with your mods? Oh my god, I can't believe that I didn't even think about that. Wow. If I had brains, that'd be dangerous. I swear. It sort of proves it. Somebody's here. One of my mods is here and not telling me. And I'm vibrating again. Damn it. Let's see what it does. Ooh. Now I'm pointing up. Down, down, down. Nope, nope. Ooh, that's weird. Hold on a second. Okay, let's see if this works. Ah, better. Okay. Who, me? Yes, you. It's cold. I'm cold. It rained. I was contemplating driving or not driving. And then the tunnel was completely and utterly backed up and nothing was moving. It was very interesting. So I had to go down to the other side of Alameda and get on a bridge. There are more bridges that come from Alameda to Oakland than there are from the peninsula to the East Bay. That's the scary part. It's like, we didn't get the memo a long time ago where we should have built a lot more bridges like they have in Manhattan and London and all of those places that have lots of bridges. Hi, City. Are we gimbling today? Yes. And on the way in, and you'll love this one, I had a hot flash, a sugar crash, and a panic attack at the same time, all three. That was not fun. But I did learn that I could probably drive myself to the hospital. Because as long as I was driving, it was okay. So I ate a protein bar, took a Xanax, and drank some water. So by the time I got here, it was fine. Oh, the curtains are up. So that means my other person has been here of my personalities, because I would have no reason, they would have no reason to put these things up if I wasn't here. Oh my God, that's so cute. Like the puppy. Oh my God, he's so cute. I want that. That's what I want. I want something obnoxious enough to be a husky, but small enough to fit in a carrier or in a purse. I'm sure I have a tote that's big enough to hold one of those. So, yes, we had the first rain finally, and weirdly enough, the accessible bits, those are slippery. So it was dry enough that I could drive. So because I'm like, the craft room is a mess. What am I going to do? Just wander around the house and talk at the same time? I know. Yep. Well, I just got protein bars this weekend because I had a crash. I had that crash on Saturday. So I was worried. It's like I should have them. And I took one with me pretty much by accident. And it worked. It's like, wow. Concerned I'm also eating earlier. Papa Cat brings me breakfast before he leaves because I wake up at 8:30 now. So, hi Tiggy, how are you? So now I'm sitting here in my little, I guess airplane down coat sort of thing. I was also a little messed up today because I realized that my chiropractor, who is one of my closest friends, her mom is from Iran. Moved here before she was born. But it's and she's a Christian from Iran. So she's trying not to think about it. I completely forgot. Her mom's adorable and a pain in the butt at the same time, like all of our moms. But they're looking about moving somewhere. Oh! Thank you, Cricket. Hi, Carrie Ann. Yes, I'm learning, like I said, I'm learning from Marilyn that I should be paying attention to or being nicer to my mods. So I said when I left the house today and they saw how long it took me to get here because the tunnel was blocked. I mean, blocked. Nothing was moving. They weren't moving. I'm like, oh crap. So I'm going to do what Papa Cat does, which is check the traffic. So, because I never check the traffic. So, got adjusted, played with the feral kittens who are not as feral as they should be. I keep saying they'll be in the house by the end of the month or by the end of the rainy season. So, my chiropractor has them in her office. Her office is on her property. So, it's like they just lost their ferals last year. I can't remember. See, Abby's mom was one of them. Abby's mom fell or something, and they tried a lot of things, but didn't help. And then we called her her boyfriend. I think he got hit by a car. So, but they were feral, really feral. They weren't the type to change. The two she has now, she got from like teenagers, kittens, and they were completely feral. They didn't even like people. So they're sort of coming out of it. And I keep teasing that they're going to take them inside to the house. Yeah, that's the weird thing. I get home early. Fuzz said I figured it was traffic. It's Monday. I can get home hella easy. But for some reason, it's like they don't know how to drive. Well, it's also raining. It was raining like crazy all day or all morning. It stopped raining when I went to my chiropractor, which is like noon, quarter till, and it was just sprinkling by then. So it's like the roads did get washed and people don't know how to drive. So thank you, Tuki, to hit the like button. Hi, Cricket. Oh my God, Dove's here? I didn't even see that. Yeah, I'm gonna figure out something to do when it rains. I mean, I have this really cool trench coat I got, God, how many years ago? Hi, Bob. I can't remember who it's by, and the liner is long gone. I got it at a thrift store, and it actually hits almost to the tops of my feet. I've used it to work with when I was helping friends cater or doing a different job, because sometimes I work for billionaires who have Christmas parties. Don't ask. And I was like, okay, I have to go grab that. And then the weather changes when I went to the chiropractor. And so now it's just cold. It is cold. So, but I still have that raincoat. And it's like, if things don't last, bull. I've had that raincoat since the 90s. And that thing is like, it does not, it might as well be plastic, but it's not. And it covers everything. So I could be in full, like, formal outfit to go work somewhere, or to literally go to the opera in, and I can just check my coat in and be happy, or my jacket and be happy. So, so thanks for putting up Cricket's links, Fuzz. So yeah, no, I think it was the realizing that my friend's mom was from Iran that got me, because it's like, because she was talking about leaving country, and I'm like, you can't do that, we've got to fight. And she's like, and then I went, oh crap, and she's like, yeah. And then I said, well, you have it in, you're a Christian from Iran. And she goes, that doesn't matter. So the first of probably many, because I haven't been talking to anybody about it IRL. I've been talking to everybody online about things. So it's turning into a code channel. Oh my God. Yes, Buzz, it is. Get over it. Wish you could fail from what? Oh, okay. I figured that out. Oh, wait. What? Oh, right. That's what I thought you were talking about. I know, and you have to give them up because if you don't, you can't do other ones. That was the irony of my friend. This is my friend who got the LVH kitten, and they couldn't keep them, but now they have to keep the cattery like empty for 6 months. So is coat channel code for something? No, I have a ton of coats. Probably because going through the fat girl phases, they didn't do clothes, but boy did they do coats. So I've got a myriad of coats. That, and I used to get a coat I liked when it was spring. So I do give to One Warm Coat, which is a charity around here. They have barrels and you give them a warm coat that's in good condition. I do that because there are times where it's just like, I haven't worn this in a million years. I need to donate it. So, and I'm going to go through more stuff anyway, because I should. How about that one? So, and this is also was my thing today. See it? Can't see it. See that? It's a dog tag. I got a dog tag a long time ago from Tiffany. And the necklace that's around is, I call it my barbed wire necklace. It's silver with little ties on the ends. And that's what I was like really on top of the chattel thing this morning. Because people are getting, you know, because of the, was it #1 search in the past few days is how do I change my vote? So, yes. Oh, thank you. I got this one at Land's End. It packs up into a little bag, and I got it for $35 in April or May because they're trying to get rid of their winter inventory. So this was a markdown from I think like 100, and I was like, oh hell yeah! So I have a long one and a short one, and a pink one. Oh, now we're getting. Oh, they got the glass fixed. Cool. Well, it's good that you got the glass fixed. But why with the damask curtain on the other side? I don't understand. Trying to be fashionable? Christmas time? What's that all about? And unfortunately, you left your glass or your brass exposed. So now it looks all funky. You should have cleaned it before you put on the window. Because it isn't going to disappear. Maybe there's enough room to like put a polishing cloth between it. Little Brasso will take care of that. Anyway, not that you really want to be in there anyway. It's cold and windy and, well, actually it's not windy. It's cold and rainy and you should be doing things outside to perpetuate your own warmth and body instead of being in there and making money for someone who could care less. Unfortunately. The way you see human beings nowadays, you could possibly care less. Not you, him. So, well, it's nice to know that you had enough money to fix your door. So you guys aren't completely and utterly left in the cold. So, and you got it before the rainy season started. So that's also good. But you can always leave anytime you want to. Freaks. At least I got the door fixed. Of course, it looks completely like they needed to polish it. Thank you, Carrie Ann. My adorable coat. Yes, I have a pink one just like it. Yeah, I know. Non-matching drapes is really classy. I know. Where do they do? Oh, I bet if they had the blocker up when the window broke, because that would have been old glass, it probably shredded that curtain. So Papa Cat has a handsome new coat and we don't shop at Filson anymore. Now, yes. He's got a very cool coat by the Swedes. And we don't shop at Filson. The plywood was better. Yes, Bob. The plywood was better. I know, it felt weird for a second. I'm like, why is there damask on one side? And I went, oh, wait a minute. There's a window there or a door there. Holy crap. So, Yes, this is the beginning of what am I going to wear when I'm coming here in weather. So, and since I had to go to the chiropractor before, I had to have slip-on shoes, which I don't have full slip-on shoes now. I have a lot of summer flat type things and open fronts because I found new socks, and so now I've got to buy whole cover-up shoes. I'm trying to break in the shoes I'm wearing now, which are my Birkenstock, I don't know what the heck they're called. Let me see. These guys. But the leather's hard to break in, and usually my legs don't break in leather very well, or my feet, because they don't get hot and sweaty. So that's why I'm still breaking in my motorcycle boots that I got 5 years ago. So yes, it's the coat and shoe channel now. So just doing the walk by, showing all the, what they're doing to their building or not doing to their building. I was watching Marilyn this morning. It's just like, you know what it reminds me of? Keep pushing Gen X women and they get mad, and they're going to grab onto that madness and shake it around like a bone. That's why I'm just like, I am glad. I know she's really emotional, but I'm glad she's finally getting mad. So that's a good thing. But yeah, it's like we get all emotional for a while, and then we pop out of crying and start beating the crap out of you. Hope you like it. So that was fun to watch. But yes, she did. Oh, they moved it. That sign was like right here, I thought. They brought it in because, they probably put it in the corner because the wind knocks it down over on this side. So, do you miss your friends? Do you miss your family? Do you wish you were going to be with them on a Thanksgiving? Or as I like to call it now, Indigenous Peoples Day. Oh, you could be having a lot of fun and arguing with your family about what you believe and don't believe. But you know what? They're your family. They won't leave. I guess we're programmed not to leave our family because they are important to us, because we usually know them since the day we were born. So wouldn't you rather be out here figuring out what you're going to wear, bring, eat, watch on Thanksgiving, instead of being in there and making money for someone who isn't going to give a darn if you make him money or not? Or even if you exist or not. If you leave, the club will not fall apart. You will not get pneumonia and die, believe it or not. So it's hard to die of pneumonia nowadays unless you're frail and elderly. So you might want to think about that one for a while. And if you're elderly, which they're really not into elders around here, you can always get a job online. And it's illegal to ask your age. So you can always get a job online doing data to start out with. And if they like you well enough, they'll keep you. Because it's all about cash, unfortunately. Or fortunately for you guys, because you can use all of that talent you have for running an org into doing some good startup data processing and working your way up to being a virtual assistant, which people need too. And probably people will need a lot more nowadays, because it's going to turn into a billionaire's workshop. And if you have the administrative tools that a lot of people don't have, that means you'll become important in that world, which is a good thing if you ask me, freaks. La 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 la. I know. I'll have no fury like a Gen Xer school. All right. I miss why we aren't shopping. I thought I told you yesterday. Oh, we got to do it again then. Be prepared, everybody who was here yesterday. Okay, Filson. We went into Filson on Saturday. It's part of the reason I didn't show up on Saturday. We went into Filson on Saturday, and I wanted Papa Cat to have something because he never buys himself anything. I'm the one who pushes him to buy himself things. So we went in there because he's taking up hiking again. And I figured he'd want, like, you know, guy stuff, right? So we're looking around, having a good old time. And there was this a shirt on, like, a packing cart sort of thing that you lug around to, like, update carts with. And I pet it, and it was like ultra suede. And so I'm like, ooh, isn't this neat? And I'm petting it and going, you should try this. And the customer service guy comes up, and I guess he was restocking a shelf, so he literally picked it up, the little pile from under my hand, and then goes and walks it back to wherever he walks it back to. I'm like, okay, that's weird. So we go looking at other things, and we find this, like, quote-unquote trucker jacket, which is waxed denim or waxed canvas, and it's like, ooh, this is going to be great when he breaks it in. He hates shopping for himself, so I'm, like, telling him to try it on, and then he can't button it, and it's like, well, he hates buying things for himself, so it makes it harder. And then I grab it to make sure he could button it. It's waxed, so it's going to be harder. Once it breaks in, it'll break in a lot better. You know, waterproof, the whole 9 yards. And I showed him how to do it, sort of, and then he tries it again, he can't do it. So I call over the other customer service guy, and I said, can you show him how to button this? It's really stiff still, and until it breaks in, he's probably going to have a hard time with it. And the guy said, quote unquote, just button it. I went, excuse me? I didn't say excuse me. I went, huh? He said, just button it. I'm like, there's no special way to do it. He's like, no, just button it. And I went, I get it. So I said, thank you, put it back on the shelf, and leave. This wasn't about, I got the total feeling of, you're just a woman, what the hell are you doing here? I did want to tell the guy who said just button it that he was brown too, and he's not on the team you think you are. So we left, we went down to my favorite Swedish Arctic Fox store and got him a really cool jacket that he liked. Saved $200 because, yes, the jacket I had him trying on was almost $400. But he never buys anything for himself, and I wanted him to have something that he'll hold on to forever. Well, it ain't going to be one of them. So they avoided us like the plague too. We were in there for a good 15-20 minutes, and nobody came near us. So yes, thank you, Carrie Ann. And I also, if you go to Yelp and look at the one on Montgomery, I explained what happened. I don't do reviews. I had to do this review because it really, really affected me. I said yesterday, you could have probably called me, I won't say it again, a Latin offensive word, and it would not have bothered me as much as these guys acting like I'm chattel. There were 3 of them. I even tried talking to one of them. This is what I forget. And he did not answer me. And I thought maybe he just didn't hear me. No, I'm just a woman. So at the end of my review, I said, is this what I have to look forward to for the next 4 years? He's going to start slow again. I mean, he hasn't been hiking really since before COVID. Because my mom passed away right before COVID. And then COVID hits. And then we're doing all the house stuff. And helping a friend of ours pass away from cancer. And all of this stuff. So it's like he really hasn't gone out a lot. And now it's like he's pretty much going to start in the low end and then work his way up. Because we've hit that age now where it's like if we go from 0 to 60, we go from 0 to 60 and somebody finds us on a trail. So, and yeah, see, it's also East Bay. There are lots of places to start really low and work your way up, and I'm sure there are lists for beginners all the way to, the nut jobs. So, because he eventually wants to, what the hell is that? Excuse me for interrupting, but it's a Hummer. It says H on it. That is ridiculous. Why would you, am I missing something? I didn't know you had a back part of a Hummer. I thought the point was that they were supposed to be, pretend troop transports. Anyway, that was the 80s. That was 40 years ago. I'm too old for it. So, yeah, I don't go with him because I'm not really into the outdoors anymore. Did it enough when I was a kid and a teenager. My version of hiking is going to Target. because you can walk to Target from our house. So, yeah, I've always promoted it. Let him have fun. He used to go biking everywhere and then went to hiking because biking got hella dangerous because nobody gives a rat's, about looking out for them. At least if he's hiking, he's at places where there are no cars. So, yeah, so it was funny though. Thank you, Fuzz. See, I'll do trails. I'll do the flat ones. And now since I don't care if I get brown anymore, because I'm just adding to the other side if I finally get a tan, that I'd probably do it more with them. That, and I've got a million sunblocks I can use. Which is shown because my hands are the only thing that's gotten brown. And it's even gotten lighter because I actually wear driving gloves now. So it's funny that after all this time and all the gothness, and I'm like, I don't have to be a vampire anymore. So, and since my shooting here has taught me that I really do turn brown again, like, forget it. I don't care. It's like Jeebus, people. Sorry, I'm trying to unbutton my mitten on my gloves because my fingers are like really cold. And with all the Everest documentaries we've been watching, I'm bringing bottled oxygen and dimethicone everywhere. He does have one of those like water bladder things, which I think is neat. It was like he takes it seriously, so that's good. But yeah, it's like that's the thing, and that's why everything is sort of static right now. Is because I wake up in the morning, I'm great. I'm totally behind it. Check my email, listen to the YouTubes, everything is great. I come out here, you guys give me my extra boost, everything is fine. By the time I get home, I'm like, all I want is Cheetos and documentaries. Yesterday though, I did get up around 10 p.m. and start doing things again. So because like I said, the house looks like a dorm room. When you've just been there for like a month and not when you've been there longer. So things are just so out of place. And we have all the unpacking we still haven't done. And it's very important to do that bottom floor bedroom because I definitely intend to be on some kind of like train for helping people, stuff like that. You know what I mean? Oh, dexamethasone. Did I say? Which one did I say? Funny, I've been watching Everest talks lately too. Yeah, Cricket. That's the funny part. Is like they have tons of them. And I really did start watching them since Krakauer, because he used to be on Wired, or not Wired. He used to be on, oh God, it was like Wired. It's not Snopes. There was an article that he was writing for them, Salon. He was writing for them the same time he was going to do the Outside article. So it was like, I've been paying attention since that, because I used to practically live on Salon. So it was like, it's just been so funny just to hear all these other things about him changing ideas and stuff. It's like people are really like grumpy towards him. What? Because he, was the first time climber and he got to write a book and get away with it? I don't know. Thank you for putting Carrie Ann's on. Sandy Irvine in particular. Yeah, but she wasn't as horribly awful as they all said she was. I mean, you did at the time, if you knew about it then, didn't you think she brought up like a real espresso machine and not just like a camping coffee French press thingy? I didn't find that one out until the beginning of the year when I found the Everest things and started running to them. So thanks, Rose. I was going to mention something today, but it was like, I can't remember what it was. Short-term memory. And it was like, how do I get Fuzz not to say anything? It was a link to something. So yeah, see, this is my little glove thing, and it's a little mitten thing. A friend of mine started me on these when she worked at Mervyn's, so 20 years ago. And she'd see me freezing, and I was like, well, I've got to have, fingers. And so she brought me a pair of those one year and just went, here. And she'd replace them like once a year. Unfortunately, she's in Arizona. We don't talk. See? Bad freaking, drama. It's like that word is not a bad word in my world. It's an everyday word in my world. No, not Sandy Pittman. Oh, okay. They all blend together. I shouldn't have said that. A high school friend of mine tried to climb Everest for her 40th birthday. She didn't make it past the first base camp. You know what? At least she came back alive. Because, as they always say, it's not the ascent that'll get you, it's the descent that'll get you. So, and all the people who squawk and stuff about the people who die on Everest and how can't you fix that and da-da-da. It's like, it's sort of like, I actually thought of that when people were picking on us never ends. It's like, just because we haven't done it or been around it doesn't mean that we don't know what we're talking about. And this is November. November sucks in San Francisco. We've got Jonestown. We've got Harvey Milk. We've got, oh my God, I can't remember his name. George Moscone. We have all that crap that goes on in November. So me not doing Thanksgiving is probably something I'm not gonna mind. So it's always the descent that gets you, even on an airplane. Knowing your limits is a hard thing. Well, yeah. Summit fever is ridiculous, and I can understand, but it's like, wow. She almost died in a crazy plane crash that takes you in the first base camp. I would say, look at me shocked, Carrie-Ann, but no, I'm not. I mean, it's not the United States. There aren't a lot of things that you would necessarily have a regulation. They don't really do anything until other places say they are, and they're going to wreck their tourism in Nepal. And so it's like, it's what they make their money off of. I don't blame them. If people, what do they call them, adventurers? If people, and I'm not going to say white people. People who are willing to spend $125,000 to go climb Everest because it's on your bucket list, can you give that to the homeless instead? I've always been that way. That's nothing new. Is that the Nepal airstrip the most dangerous one? Probably. Oh my God. I was going to say you might not survive. Luca Airport. Yes. Hey, Papa Cat's participating. I wonder if it's boring there today. Yeah, the one thing I don't have to worry about, most people are going to have to worry about, is adjusting jobs, since Papa Cat works in, oh God, what is it, data management or something? You're always going to need data. So, oh yes, and my great foray into looking at laptops to replace the one I have now. Oh my God. It is not fun. Do you miss your friends? Do you miss your family? Do you wish you could contact them on a regular basis or even write to them? Do they know where you are in the country? Do they know that you're even in the United States? Because when they don't ask permission and you just go along with it, that's trafficking. I'm sorry. They should make you fill out forms that say you have no problem leaving the country. But changing countries because you have no choice because your club tells you to is trafficking. I know, it really is that simple. So you might want to let your family know where you are, just because your family loves you, and no matter what they tell you, your family are not evil. They are not out to get you. What makes them seem like they're out to get you is because you turn this into a covert operation instead of a religion. That's one of the biggest problems. If you didn't push people away, they'd probably handle it better. And if they could talk to their people, they'd handle it better. Freaks. See, Carrie-Ann? I'm paying attention to the book. Keeps the riffraff out. Oh. Yeah, I was just like, at least one of them I saw are people doing discount Everest. And I'm like, $40,000 to go on Everest. That's a discount. Jesus Christ. Can you do something positive with it instead of dying on a big mountain because you push yourself past your limits? When in 96, 2 big time tourist guides died. They are very well known in the mountaineering community, and they died. There have been lots of mountaineers that die on Everest and K2, people. These are people who do it all their lives. These are the people who have Aaron Cairo's body, which is 4% body fat. It's like, get a clue. Do something good for the world instead of yourself. Ugh. Now see, I talk like this and I go, oh, I get it now. Now I know why he won. Vitamin, eat a vegetable. Cricket, do you poop at parties? Are you unpopular? Try that. Vita Metavegamin. Is that going to be the American version of Vegemite? Now somebody has to come up with it. It's like nobody's all of us like can do like stuff. I have a friend who's a chef, 2 friends actually who are chefs, and it's like they just haven't started doing that yet. It's like sooner or later somebody's going to start. It's going to become viral, and people are going to start making different things for spreads for sandwiches. And, you know, everybody went after the sourdough bread thing, which actually made no sense to me. But it's like, why don't you just try bread? So it's like, and got to get flour. One of the people on one of the boys' streams that they did, because they're taking pieces and showing us that it's not necessarily going to be a weird thing. Oh, and Cricket, anytime you want to hang out in our bottom floor bedroom, just let us know. We will understand, because this is the Bay Area. It's I Love Lucy. Her famous bit. Oh my God. I forget about I Love Lucy because my parents looked like that. I should get a picture of my parents together. I'm sure I have one where they look like, ooh, little girl. Number 1, why is she there? Number 2, she's about 9 or 10. What is she doing wandering around on the streets? And weirdly enough, she looks like she's wearing a Catholic school outfit. Ugh. Anyway, I'm walking in this direction now. Yeah, I gotta get a picture of my parents. My bio parents. My mom and dad look like Lucy and Ricky. So, and there should be, I just have to look through the pictures because I'm trying to scan them anyway. This is why I have things like OneDrive and Google Drive and this drive and that drive. So I can do the pictures and then give my dad, it's basically for my dad, give my dad the ones he wants, because my mother had this overwhelming habit of taking pictures of absolutely everything. So I don't know out of the thousands that I'm scanning which my dad would like. So because he complained that she took too many pictures, but knowing him, he'd probably want 1 or 2 out of the whole thing. And since I'm not talking to him till the inauguration, so because I even thought about it today, I was like, okay, yesterday, okay, should I call him up, ask him if he want to do lunch? And then this morning I'm like, F that. Nope, still not talking to him until the inauguration. So, but from what I've been hearing, everybody thought that the president that should have been was just another political billionaire. It's like, excuse me? Okay. And we have to be nice. Why do we have to be nice? Honestly, this is why we are where we are. And this is what I need to be saying on Auntie Chattel, the other channel that I'm probably going to be putting a little bit more of an effort in right now before old Tifa. But I do like Cricket's pictures that he keeps posting. Those are awesome on the Facebook. But yeah, I think I'm going to get more riled up and start doing Auntie Chattel. That's why I have the dog tag around my neck. And it looks like a safety collar chain thing. Because yeah, I'm hearing people say that we should be nice. We should be taking it from the point of view of, let's not beat up on them like they beat up on us. It's like, no, this is why we're here, bozos. We don't have to be horrible, but can we be a little slightly mean? I don't want to be nice. How about that? And Lord knows I can't be like horribly awful, but I just don't want to be nice. Not right now. My grief is still here, mofos. Old Tifa, yes. Which, if somebody wants to post something on it, give it to me and I'll approve it or not. Or Papa Cat. And if Cricket and Carrie Ann want to be moderators on it, they're more than welcome. Just let me know. So, yeah, I'm just... the grieving process. And now I remember why I was wearing the Italian old lady outfits I used to talk about. Because it was the grieving process then, too, in 2016. That's why I wound up looking like an Italian, Italian widow. That was my goth outfit. It's like, I'm not a big fan of skirts anymore. So, maybe, well, it is winter, or it's getting to be winter finally. And I have long skirts I could wear to be in mourning, I guess. I'm looking for, in case you're wondering, I'm looking for Baby Bufu's car. So, oh yeah, and it's a private channel, so you have to be approved to get in. Sorry, I'm just not in the mood. And Marilyn actually made me realize something today that we all might want to know for our security. Is that if you buy something from someone, they're going to have your like home address and information. So don't buy things from people you don't trust. As far as I know, no, it didn't happen to her, but it is something that they will know. And even through like PayPal, they'll still know because it has to be printed out to be put on the box. So I hadn't thought of it that way. Luckily enough, I've never purchased anything from someone I don't like or someone I didn't agree with just to be a butthead. Thank God for that. Do you know what's really weird? I've been seeing these all over the place now for something completely different. The big black navigators and explorers and Cadillacs, the SUVs. It's like, they look so weird because they look like the ones we saw when the person who should have been the president drove by that one day. So now they're just all over the place. It's like they got rid of all of their old, I want to say Mark 5s, but the ones that were like cars, sedans, and all went to these huge SUVs. It's just strange. So, oh, hi, good vibes. Yeah, neither did I. I mean, seriously, the thing I went through at Filson on Saturday was the weirdest thing on the planet. I mean, it's like, I know I'm chattel because I'm beyond childbearing age, and, you know, I don't have anything to contribute to society because I'm a childless cat lady. But do you really have to rub it in my face? That's what it felt like. Papa Cat knew too. He was just like, he felt so bad for me. And that's why I was just like, I don't want to do this right now. That's why I didn't stream on Saturday. Dawn, you're here? Where are you, Dawn? Hello, Dawn. Oh, they must be seeing. Oh, there you are. Hello. I'm keeping all of my Kamala stuff. I've got my sign that I look at and it makes me want to cry. It's getting better. And I still have my Kamala things on my car. I'm not taking them off. But I don't understand how it's turning into that all of us Democrats who are for her were a bunch of elitists. That seems to be what it's like going down to, is that Kamala didn't know anything about the regular man, and she's just a billionaire. I don't think she's a billionaire, honestly. And that, with the AOC asked people, why did you vote for Trump and me? And people were saying that Trump is for the working man. It's like, what? He is a actor who was made up by what's his name? And it's like, okay, so soon I'm just going to be really a bougie piece of you know what. Hi, Adam. Who's 9 years old today? See, I have not been paying attention to this thing. Maybe okay, broke apart. They're now on their own. Good vibes. I love the black kitty cat in your avatar. Okay. 9 years old. Have you started teasing him about being elderly yet? I think it's about language. I think Trump folks are speaking an altogether different language than we are. Of course, you're a linguist, but no, you're right. They are. And they basically went by who they saw on TV, from their channel. And, we find out that CNN was for him too. So the head guy at CNN was for him. So it's like everything was against us because we're just a bunch of, your kitty's name is Buford? That's so cute. Oh God, the girls are 6 and 7 now. Lady Bird is 7 and Abby is 6. Wow, time flew by. You street, Carrie Ann? I think your autocorrect got the best of you there. Hey, Carrie Ann, speaking of linguistics, hopefully the Democratic Party will finally take George Lakoff's advice. What was his advice? To start speaking English, I guess? Yep, I agree, Carrie Ann. Okay, who's George Lakoff then? It's a language and education issue. There is such a huge disparity between college education and not all college educated. It depends. I mean, you wouldn't know that I've never even graduated from high school. So, and the economic strata was different. There were people who were supposed to be quote unquote working class and people that were supposed to be in the business class, if you think of it that way. And as America, we prop it up that anybody can have $1 billion eventually if they work real hard at it. And a lot of the immigrants do work hard at it, and that's why they own convenience stores and bodegas, because they're making money off these things and they're putting their nose to the grindstone. Americans are spoiled. It's the easiest way to put it. We're spoiled. Hi, I am Rob. Okay. Might have to buy that one then, Adam. Lakoff is a linguistic who wrote a book about how to reframe the issues effectively. Yes, but we both know you're an exception. Yes, there is also that lack of ability for people to get ahead. I know, Carrie Ann. It's just, I can't believe I was that far out of the real world that that it's legitimate. I mean, I really thought it was rigged in some way, but it's not. It's real. it's weird. I mean, I don't understand why they don't think that she was part of the working class. You know, but because her mom like studied at college, they still lived in Berkeley, and she was still a single mother. It's like, yes, I know the orange balloon did what he did and said what he said and got to the people, but anyway, I'm trying to get off of that here because it doesn't make anybody happy, I'm sure, especially considering that today was also an example of, yes, it sucks, and I sort of don't want to talk about it anymore with my friend. So it's like I need to get off my soapbox, put it back on the channel that it should be on. Where the hell did the little one just ran by me with a bag in her hand? Where the hell did she just go? Where the hell are they sending these children? She is such the age of the hi, little one, I have a van. Oh my God. Ah. Ew. Why is it these people never stop to amaze me? You guys never stop to amaze me. Don't you think she was a little young to go wherever she went to go get lunch? Wow. And then you're going to wonder what happens. They are not adults in little bodies. They are children. Their brains are not developed. They don't have a complete sense of right and wrong. And you're sitting there letting them go get some bagged thing somewhere by themselves. Because I saw her leave. You guys have issues. And you got to start teaching children like children. Because that's not going to help. They will still leave you when they're older. Because the Gen X crowd or the Gen Z crowd don't give a God. Okay? When they find out it ain't working, they'll leave you in a lurch. And then you guys will really not have a lot of people in your community. The brain's politics. Okay, carry on. And yes, I got spicy there for a moment. I managed not to keep going. Because it's like, I don't think we let 9-year-olds wander around when we were kids unless we were going specifically somewhere on a bus. But to her be around here in frickin' the financial district where it isn't busy right now and nobody knows. And it's not busy today, especially because it's Monday. Nobody works on Monday. So, but hey, what do I know? I'm just a childless cat lady. That's going to be the moniker for a while. That or just button it. That's the thing. The world's falling apart, just button it. Freaking Aaron. Why is it all his fault? Always got to say something. If we do, that's the thing. It's become such part of the lexicon when something weird happens. Blame Aaron. Oh, it's like, why don't I give him up? Because, well, actually, because he got me 300 or 400 new subscribers, and I was listening to people today, I think it was on Marilyn's feed, that it took people 2 years to get to 1,000. I technically was at 1,000 2 months ago before I made decisions. So it's like, no, this is going to be easy. You know, it's taken Aaron almost 10 years to get to where he is. You don't like it, I'm sorry. And that's the way it's going to be with me. Yes, happy Veterans Day. To those who have served, appreciate you and your family's sacrifice. Yes. Lord knows I have it in three layers. I realized my adopted grandfather was also in the military for the Spanish-American War, I think it was. And there was somebody else on that grand level that was in the Spanish-American War. It was very interesting. Ancestry. Oh, God. Now that's a rabbit hole. They found stuff on my adopted father, and because they send me hints, and it was like, wow, that's pretty cool. So I've got three generations of it. Some people take years to get any subscribers. We've been very lucky. Yes, I know. That's the thing. I'm totally appreciating it. It's like, I have 1,000. I'm excited. That's all I have to say. I'm excited. I have other channels I want to bring out. I know how to post things without having to wait until I get to enough people. And I have a feeling YouTube's probably going to relax a little bit because they're going to need the revenue too. People looking, because a lot of people are checking out of the Brain Hotel right now, big time. And I don't blame them. I'm doing it differently. I'm trying as hard as I can And I am letting myself crash out of it when I don't want to deal with it anymore. So one of these days I'll get to the point where I can do it all the way through my day, and it'll be great. And I'll be doing lives from the craft room while I'm walking on my treadmill. Yes, I got a treadmill that I can put under my desk. And that'll be great. Just hold on and keep fighting. Oh, I know. The room rate, I think we're all blindsided with it. That's why I was like, okay. And hell, like I said, I've got 11 people. I'm excited. It's like, considering my stats say, was it 9 minutes average to have 11 people, almost an hour, 12 people, almost an hour into it? That's awesome. So, see, I can talk about it. I may not be buying a car anytime soon, but I can talk about them. Look at that thing. Isn't it cute? I don't know why I want a Jeep. Where do I go? To Safeway. To Walgreens. Oh yeah, I need a Jeep. At least I don't want one of those ugly trucks. I hope that guy who jumps and shows his midriff doesn't intend to use his company or do things for his company that aren't good, like, tearing down regulations that still need to be there, since his weird ass DeLorean mobile has huge problems. Jeeps are Gen X midlife crisis cars. That's funny. Yep. Because the boomers were Corvettes and Alphas and things like that. I want to be the cool guy on Highway 1 in California going down with the beautiful blonde. See, they don't know how to drive. Yeah. And so Jeeps are the ones where I want to go on safari because I never got a chance to when I was younger. Or, it's like the Gen X also was Burning Man. So it's for the people like me who never made it, who never got to go to Burning Man. And I couldn't because I was allergic to the ground. So get the car at Safe Point. Okay? It's like, I admit I'm going through a midlife crisis. Because hell, if I'm going through a midlife crisis now, I get to be 114. So, yeah. But I definitely will be fighting back if I get treated like a childless cat lady again. Maybe I'll start making better reviews. I was just never a review person. They always came out really goofy. Well, they're not now. And we still have a Maserati and SUV in our neighborhood. It's like, seriously? I bet you I know who you voted for. But you still live in our neighborhood. Twit? Or wasn't it Fuzz who loves Twitball? What kind of cargo are you hauling with that mega SUV? Bagels! Remember? Bagels and cream cheese, man. That's all we want. That's what bagels, cream cheese, and toilet paper. Now you gotta add toilet paper to it. So, do you miss your friends? Do you miss your family? Do you wish you could be out here doing something different than having to listen to me every day? I know, it gets repetitive, but it's supposed to be repetitive. I'll go right into the back room now. They all went to the back room. Oh, so am I putting a stop to your cold calling people or marketing people or the people that you have to call on your list because I keep making you go in the back? Cool. I'll buy that for $1. Dogs, lots of dogs. That would be cool. But like I said, I'll wind up with a Chihuahua. And then I'll have to get a Fiat. Or I could get what I call the Bad Bats cars, the BMWs. They look like Bad Bats Maru from the back. Or this little bitty thing. That's a Chevy. Oh my God. That must be a Volt or something. That little blue thing? That's cute. The only thing Papa Cat cares about is that if it rolls over, I don't die. So, because He's had 2 CRXs, I've had 2 CRXs. His first one rolled over. So he's slightly paranoid about that. So, that and not too small of a car. See, look! And he looks our age. It's just so cute. And he's heavy duty. He's got the top back. It's like, dude, I'm sitting here with freaking mittens on, a long down coat. This is actually just the light down coat. I have one that makes me look like a Christmas Story. That's the only thing. 3 floors, can't have lots of dogs. That, and it's just like, at that point it'll be a rush to see who has to use the Stairmaster first, me or the dogs. Oh my god, it's 1 hour. I've done the 1 hour. Cats too. People are teaching their cats how to be leashed. So people start probably walking with their cats around in those stroller things. So anyway, there is my building, and my building is very cool, and I should show you guys the inside again. It's really neat, and it's a public bathroom too, finally. So we have one, Dan Walks LA. Yes, go to Dan Walks LA. He is so much fun. So everybody, I am glad you are here today. I'm glad you are partaking. You guys all help. That's totally for sure. So don't forget to like, don't forget to sub, and don't forget to get a membership. How's that? And since I don't see Carrie Ann, I'll say it. Hugs for everybody. Everybody have a good one. I'm going to go warm myself up in my car. There it is. Hugs and hugs. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Ciao, Bellas.